How do you take a painting vacation or trip and generate several large oil paintings and then manage to get them home? I'm Beth Samuelson, and I'm going to talk about the very simple system that I've developed over the years traveling from Denver to Mexico. It all starts with what they now call gorilla pins, and they are a two-sided pin with a plastic barrel in between. They also used to be called French canvas pins. They used to only be available through Judson's Art Supply. I have now seen them on Jerry Rama's, and actually they were on Amazon at twice the price. Plan to spend between $3.50 to $5 for a set of 4. Or the alternative is, I've actually made my own, which is even easier and works absolutely as well. You start by taking 2 push pins, glue them together. There's a little glue dot between them. I reinforce it with tape. And now you have the same concept, which is 2 pins separated by about an inch worth of plastic or barrel. And those are what are going to go in the corners of your wet canvas and support one against the other. That brings me to the second important part. When you're packing, what you want to do is mate whatever size canvases you intend to paint, mate them together with one of its own size. So, and then we're going to reinforce that with either a student canvas, board from a student canvas, or actually a gesso board, which if you leave the plastic on, you can come home and still use it to paint on. The concept being that this is an 8x8. I know, so I'm now going to paint 2 8x8s if I want, and I brought them to Mexico taped together already with their 6x6 as a backing. So I could have used an 8x8, but 6x6 protects the face, the back face, okay? So this is the package that went out to Mexico, and in any size you intend. In fact, this one would have been fine had you'll see I actually have 3 canvases. I could have separated, put pins at this end and pins at this end. So double set my pins, it would have had the structural security, and I would have reinforced the sides, and so that would have worked as well. But it would have taken it out and made it. Then, after having a fabulous vacation, capturing everything you want to capture on your canvases, time to come home, here's what it's going to look like. You put it together with the pins in each corner, and they've separate the two. I also tend to paint with an impasto that will be as much as 3/4 of an inch high, and that is about the limit where if each canvas has almost up to an inch of depth, they will remain separated. And when I put them together, I'm unwrapping this now for the first time from Mexico to show you what that looks like. But I've now taken the back off that I brought, that protected it, and then pinned here. All I will have left is a small hole, which is easily repaired, and the pins are reusable. And you'll see that what I did is that after putting in the pins, backing it with its support, I then either took saran wrap, because you want to enclose the edges so that paint doesn't touch other things and that nothing can fall inside and touch the wet paint, and then the masking tape. The alternative, you'll see over here, the suitcase I just returned with, I have as large as an 18 by 24. You can bring as big as your suitcase allows or your carry-on allows. This would have easily been you can just throw this in a bag and call it your carry-on. But this size, I just dropped into a trash bag. That was easy enough. Dropped it in a trash bag, that protected the edges, taped it closed, and now And you'll see here I had a 1-inch thick canvas, and I mated it with a very thinner canvas. It all worked fine as long as I supported the face and the backside, which it is, and you could have put it in a suitcase, and it would have been protected. So with that, happy painting, and I'm going to go on and talk about the system for carrying a lot of oil paints and materials.